Ladies, I am so excited today to be announcing my brand new group coaching program. I know so many of you, since I announced that I was closing down my previous group, Next Level You, have been really supportive and so curious, and some of you just dying to know what's next, dying to know what this next iteration, this next level of my group offerings is going to be. So I wanted to give you the full juice, the full details today, and let you know that the doors are open for enrolment and there are limited spaces that are going to be handpicked by me based on who feels like a really, really good fit. So I'm actually going to be offering free breakthrough calls for the next couple weeks, which is super exciting. I'm going to share more info about that in a little bit. But I wanted to first talk to you about who this group is for, because I want you to know you're in the right place if you're joining us live or on the replay or listening to the podcast. So if you are an ambitious woman in a leadership role, and that could be in a corporate role or working for your own business, if you want next level success but also personal fulfillment, and for your personal life to be thriving in the next 6 months, you don't want to overwork, you don't want to sacrifice, then this group might be perfect for you. Or if you already feel like you're really happy with the level of success you're achieving in your career, in your leadership role, but you want to rewire the triggers that cause you to people please, get overwhelmed, get into cycles of self-doubt and maybe even imposter syndrome at work, that overworking cycle or that hustle and burnout might be impacting your personal life. It might be impacting the amount of time off you have, or your health and well-being, not making time for yourself. And you want to really be able to reach and enjoy a sustainable way of living, a sustainable way of keeping the success that you want in your career, having the finances you want, having the growth and success you desire, and your personal life thriving at the same time. That is exactly the kind of woman who I want in this group, a woman who wants more for herself, wants more for her career, but also wants more for her life, and knows that in achieving that next level of success, you are building your dream life. So over the last 7 years, I've worked with over 400 women at this point, which is crazy to think. And I've worked with women across so many different industries. I've worked with so many women in business, female entrepreneurs, and I've also worked with many incredible, ambitious women in corporate roles, in corporate careers, in 9-to-5s. And I've helped them all create next level success. So this group is not just for women in business, it's really for all ambitious women in leadership. And this is for you if you really want a pay rise, or to grow your business, or to land that promotion, or to pivot into a new industry even. You want to attain and manifest that next level of success, but you don't want to do it sacrificing the quality time you have with your loved ones, or sacrificing your sanity, your time, your well-being. You get to have both, and that's what this group is going to be all about. So this group came about because, effectively, in a nutshell, I wanted to bring the level of support I offer to one-to-one clients, and I wanted to deliver that kind of hands-on, personalised approach in a group coaching format. There is so much magic in a group, and in a group coaching program, you not only are supported by me, but you're also supported by incredible like-minded women. There are already 6 women inside of the group, and already just the synchronicities of what we have in common and our alignment in our values, how we think and believe similar things. And also, of course, we all have the shared vision of creating that next level of success. And so there's this beautiful mastermind element involved in the collective, where you're not only being hands-on personalized coaching from me, but you're also networking and really connecting on a deeper level with other incredible like-minded women. So my one-to-one coaching up until now has been the place to be if you want that really hands-on approach from me with your mindset, healing and strategy in terms of your success. And so I have put everything that I share with one-to-one clients inside of this program, not only in the live calls, and I'll go through the details of what is actually involved in just a moment, not only in the live calls, but equally in the resource library. One of my biggest intentions for this group is that I can actually teach you how to walk yourself through, how to guide yourself through the tools. Because one of the number one things that one-to-one clients walk away from our work with is not only has their internal world changed, not only is their external world changing, so they're seeing the results in their life, but they're also feeling the shift in themselves, and their loved ones are also noticing that. But they walk away with a toolkit. I describe it as like a backpack of tools that you can carry for the rest of your life to, have in any situation, to support yourself, to release triggers, to process trauma and regulate your nervous system, to shift your mindset when you're in a funk, to gain clarity and get in touch with your intuition so that if you don't know what to do, you know exactly what to do to find that space where you can get that answer from within. All tools that are just completely priceless. And one of my previous clients actually described it more like, she said, instead of a backpack, it's more like a van. It's like a van full of tools. Imagine a white, in the UK we would call them a white van man, where you would have this massive white transit van full of tools for a contractor or whatever. And there's all these tools in the back of it that you get to keep. I'm not one of those coaches that wants you to be reliant on me or wants you to feel like you need to work with me for years and years and years. I want you to feel like the more we work together until that feels complete for you, you feel like you are being equipped with tools and you are feeling the difference and walking yourself through this work as well, whilst being guided by me. So during our time in this group, we're going to be working on some key things together, and these are just a few things that you can really expect to be experiencing and receiving, and then I'll get into more of the nitty-gritty for you. So the first thing is clarity. You can expect in the Light Up Level Up Collective to create your version of success, to really define your next steps and where you want to be in the next 6 to 12 months. I know how frustrating it can be when you're overworking or when you're in people pleasing or when you're a busy, ambitious woman. It can be really frustrating to feel like your goals and your dreams and your desires are not being prioritized. You're delaying things. There are things on your heart that you want to create, that you want to achieve, and there's no space in your life for it right now. And so you will learn long-term strategies to have confidence in setting those big, bold goals, but will also move, down that ladder into your day-to-day life so that every day, every week, every month, you are setting up your life, your lifestyle, your work with intention, with purpose, so that you are creating the time and energy that you need in order to thrive and in order to continue moving forward and creating momentum with your goals. So that's the first thing, huge clarity. The second thing is healing. Like I said, I want to show you how you can rewire your mindset and your triggers, your unconscious mind and your nervous system. And if you hear those terms a lot, they're just fancy terms for your mind and your body. We're working on that mind-body, very holistic level here. Those triggers that ultimately keep you blocked in people-pleasing, in self-doubt, in overwhelm. You know you do something, but you keep doing it. So you people please, or you overextend yourself in work, or overextend yourself with certain loved ones in your life, but you still do it, right? So you're just aware that you're doing it, but you don't know how to stop yourself doing it. I call that the awareness trap. And it's really this cycle that women who are ambitious, hardworking, and who love personal development can fall into, because you're consuming the books, you're looking at the personal development and healing content on social media, you're listening to the podcasts, but because you're not receiving the right toolkit and the right support for you to really personalize and, most importantly, implement that knowledge, so that we're like, cool, this is why I people please, this is where that comes from my childhood, or this is a reason why I feel really triggered by that. Okay, amazing that we have that knowledge and awareness. Now what? And this group is really about now what? It's what comes after now what. I'm very much, as a coach, like, great to have that self-awareness, and it's such a brave first step, and let's move forward from there. Let's get you real shifts, real clarity, real lasting change, so that in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time, in 6 months' time, what once really triggered you, where you maybe felt horrendous stress and anxiety about having to go to a team member at work, or your boss, or a friend, and sit down and say, hey, can I speak to you about this? I really need this from you. Can you do that for me? If that right now, asking for help, or receiving help, or setting a boundary, or having a hard conversation, if that right now, for example, feels so triggering for you, in a few months' time, that doesn't have to be the case. You can release and shift these things for good. You can change from the inside out, so that what once terrified you no longer needs to. And the beauty of this is that I can teach you how to do that. I can teach you what's happening when that process is occurring, when you're going through the resource library, which includes tons of healing tools. We will also have live healing calls, so that if you also want my guidance and my support, you're going to continue getting that personalised hands-on support from me too. So that is the second thing. The third thing is connection. So you're going to create a beautiful spiritual self-care practice that really fills your cup and allows you to thrive in mind, body and spirit on a daily basis. Because another big issue that I see ambitious women coming into is feeling like you're constantly in a rush, you're constantly stressed, you're constantly feeling like you're on the brink of burnout, or you're crawling to Friday like desperate for the weekend or desperate for your day off because you give so much. So not only are we going to sort that out in terms of really looking at your week to week, structure in your day, structure in your life, your boundaries, your routines in a way that's going to help you thrive. But we're also going to then add in some really simple, nourishing self-care practices that you can build yourself based on what works for you. And that's going to give you this deeper connection with yourself, deeper connection with your spiritual faith, but also allow you to feel more in your feminine energy and more present and calm in your day-to-day life. Because what's happening when you are rushing around and when you are the go-to person for everyone around you and you are non-stop constantly, is when you come home or when you go out with a friend or when you meet up with a loved one, you're in your head still. You're worrying, you're stressing, or you're tense and you're anxious and you can't switch off. So many women cannot switch off. And again, this is about that deep, lasting, ongoing nervous system regulation, but it doesn't need to take hours and hours out of your busy day. It can literally be as little as a 10-minute practice, and everyone can find 10 minutes a day for themselves. So that's the connection piece. And there's so much more I could say on this, but I would love you to imagine what your life could look like by the end of this year. Because if you join us this month, that's the end of this year that the 6 months is going to carry you through to. Imagine ending this year feeling the most fulfilled you've ever felt in your personal life, feeling the most successful you've ever felt in your career, experiencing that next level of success, but also feeling the healthiest, happiest, sexiest, most vibrant version of yourself you've been in a long time. That is what is possible for you on the other side of the Light Up Level Up Collective. And I know so many of you, over 80 women, have been through my first group program, Next Level You, and this is just the next level iteration of my work. And it's such a privilege to share this with you. I could literally squeal, but I won't in case anyone is listening with headphones in, because this has been months in the making. This has been crafted like from the inside out with your results, your life, your transformation in mind. Because like I said, I take my clients' results really seriously. And having worked with, hundreds of women one-to-one, I know what it really takes to support you to get there. And so I wanted this group to feel as personalised and hands-on from me as it can be. So this is what you will get if you join us. You receive a initial 60-minute one-to-one Kickstart call, and that's to do just that. It's to kickstart your progress. We can really hit the ground running, map out your 6-month journey in the group so that I'm really aware of what success means to you. And we're going to get you started with some amazing quick wins so that you feel you're moving forward within your first month inside. One of the women inside, we already have mapped out some key shifts she's going to make in her business so that she frees up her day off again. She frees up tons of space in her calendar because she was well overbooked and just overcompensating and overgiving. And she's doing that without sacrificing her income. She's doing it in a way that's still serving her clients. And so wherever you're at in business, whether you're fully booked and like maxed out, or whether you're really looking to grow and be in a really active growth phase and you want to manifest more clients, more success, more growth, this group is going to be incredible for you. Another one-to-one Kickstart call I had with another lady in the group who works in corporate. So we looked at her team and the processes that she is working with in her day-to-day. And she is also struggling with having a maxed out calendar and all of those same issues. But in corporate, there are so many ways that we can look at boundaries and implementing some tweaks so that she all of a sudden has freed up, again, hours of time for herself in a week for her development, or so that she can make sure she leaves the office on time to go to the gym, to go for a walk, to have dinner with her partner. So that's the kind of thing we can look at straight away as soon as you join on that initial call, but also any strategy that's going to be important for you, any mindset pointers or any pointers in terms of what you can be making the most use of inside of the resource library, so I can really guide you with that. That's that first initial call, and that in itself is worth hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So you also get 2 live group coaching calls every month with me. 1 mindset coaching call where we will be able to have hot seat coaching, so you can come to that call with your questions, with the support you need. You can receive those breakthroughs, you can have that space held for you. You can also learn a ton from the other women on the call and their questions. There are always so many synchronicities in what you are struggling with someone else's and what someone else wants support with. That is gonna, teach you so much too and give you so much perspective on that thing too. So that's the mindset coaching call. And then we also have a healing activation call. Like I said, in terms of the healing modalities, the unconscious mindset rewiring, the nervous system regulation, that really heal the roots, I call it, heal the root cause approach to your mindset. That is what we're going to cover once a month as well. So you're just going to be really held in a space where you can bring what you would like to receive, what you would like to receive support on. So my work is all about both. It's about we move forward, we take action, we're, badass fucking hardworking women, and we make, we manifest shit, we create amazing lives, and we also are in our feminine, we're in that feminine leadership, so we're in our feminine energy, we can receive, we can relax, we can be present, we can really nurture and fill our cup so that we can give so generously to others, as I know you love to do because you care so much about what you do and who's in your life. So that's the live and call elements. You'll also have 6 months access to the resource library that's inside, where you'll get my proven goal setting and manifestation frameworks. You'll get a ton of healing tools for your toolkit, me teaching you how to use it for yourself as well as guiding you through it so that you can really learn and have this toolkit for life. My clients literally use these tools with their kids, with their partner. Like, it's amazing the ripple effect that can have, and that's for life beyond when you finish the program. And you'll also have your spiritual self-care section. So that's where that soulful spiritual self-care would come in, your spiritual practices, that connection with yourself. We have a beautiful Facebook group and community. Like I said at the beginning, there are already 6 women inside. So as soon as you dive in with us, you'll be able to get into that group, connect with those other women, and also be able to ask me anything throughout the week. I'm not one of those coaches that's like, oh, let's talk about that on the call. Sometimes something will be really beneficial to dig into on the call, but a lot of the time there's so much I can support you with between those calls. So you don't have to save things up. You don't have to think, oh, I wonder what Kat would do about this, or I wonder what Kat thinks. You have that as a resource to be able to share and post in, share updates, stay accountable, share your goals, share your progress, and also get that support from me. And my one-to-one clients will know I always aim to over-deliver on support. I would rather give you tons more advice and resources than you might even need, so that you feel like fully equipped to move forward with that. So I'm very much towing that line between coaching and mentoring, depending on what it is. And I really aim to be like hands-on with that support in that Facebook group. And the last thing is the 30-day life audit and upgrade. So this is section 1 inside the resource library. It's separate to the other stuff, and it's some really fun, quick and simple things that you can get in and implement within your first month inside. So we're like auditing your life, we're looking at your week, we're looking at your boundaries, we're looking at your morning routine, we're looking at your goals and your intentions for the 6 months, so that you really feel alongside that one-to-one kickstart that you are boosted and bolstered, and like you are hitting the ground running in terms of your progress inside. So that is what is it covered and what is on offer to you inside of this group. And there's so much more. Like, that is just scratching the surface of what is possible and what I can support you with. But I want to obviously give you an idea of what's involved so that you can really feel into whether this is going to be a good fit for you and you want to know more. Which brings me on to the free breakthrough sessions. So between now and the Thursday the 11th of July, that is the last day where these breakthrough calls will be available in July. So that's 2 weeks. The spaces are limited and the actual spots inside of the group are very limited too. So the free breakthrough sessions will allow us to really get clear on, like, help you get clear on what you want, why you want it, and what those missing links are that are currently holding you back from getting there. And of course, if it then feels like a good fit, I will invite you inside the group. But I'm only going to do that if I know I can support you and I know it's going to be a good fit. So you'll either be invited into the group or you'll walk away from that call with tons of clarity, and just to have had 45 minutes for yourself, for that space to be held for you to really explore what your next level is, what that next level of success is that you desire, and how you're going to get there. So you'll walk away with clarity, you'll walk away feeling like you know your next steps, and then if it's a good fit, I'll invite you inside, because I'm taking on a max number of 6 women. So those calls will be available till Thursday the 11th of July. If you want to book in a session with me, DM me the word breakthrough. So the word breakthrough. I can then send you the link. It's a simple link. You can find a time that works, fill in the short form. It literally takes you a couple minutes just to give you some info so that I can really gauge whether it's going to be a good fit for you. And then we'll be able to dig into a lot more on the call. And of course, there'll be tons of space for you to really get your questions answered, for you to really feel whether this is right for you. Because I'm only going to invite you in if we're both excited about it, if we both feel like it's a yes. Because it's really important for me to curate this group. It is like a mastermind element, and a mastermind is a group of like-minded women. So I don't want just anyone in there, which is why there's not just a link for you to join straight away. I want the right kind of woman in there who's going to be a perfect fit and is going to really gel with the other women inside and is going to get the most benefit and the most impact and results from it. So it's a no-brainer to book that session. It could be hundreds and hundreds of pounds if I was to sell one of those spaces. So that 45-minute breakthrough call is something you can book in ASAP so that you don't run out of time and the spaces don't run out, my diary doesn't get filled up. So DM me the word breakthrough and I will send you the link to get yourself booked in. And I cannot wait to connect with you. I mean this when I say every woman listening to this on the podcast and listening to the replay of this on Instagram, I want every woman who feels drawn to this group to book one of those breakthrough sessions, because you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Your dream life to gain, the next level of success in your career to gain. Just from that breakthrough call, that could be the catalyst for everything. So this is exciting. It's so good to finally have it out there in the open and have this announcement. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait to see you in my DMs on Instagram with that word breakthrough. So if you're listening to the podcast, DM me on Instagram the word breakthrough at @cat_Horrocks. And for everyone, I will see you very soon.